it's like, welcome everybody to Drunk with Honer. This is the second episode, and I don't know how we're still on the air from that last episode. I thought I was going to get canceled, but I did not.
Not yet.
And I'm still with Maria, Andy, and Brian.
Yo.
We are still
I thought
here.
it was Andrew. First episode was Andrew, now it's Andy.
Well, now we all got to know each other. Now
Is Brian really here, though?
So after I turn 30, it's Andrew now, just so you guys know.
I'm never going to call you that.
But yeah,
Right.
nobody will.
gonna
All
call-
my close friends won't.
I'm going
But
to call you Daddy.
that's actually what I really wanted. So I appreciate that. Everybody else can call me Brian. Say it.
Andrew.
Hey, I like it.
But yeah, so we're just here. We're chilling. I figured we'd do another episode. So you guys will probably hear this eventually. But this is just one
We'll
of those
see.
filler
Can
episodes.
we say today's date?
No.
Tomorrow.
No, we're not doing that because then it'll fuck us all up. Then I got to go back and be like, oh, there's time travel, blah, 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 blah. This day. So we're just going to keep it simple.
The only thing you can't say on this podcast is the date.
Yep. Everything
Anything else
all
is
clear.
good.
Does today have a date or no?
Nope.
Because I think like when I looked at the clock, it said 00.
It was stopped. It was the upside.
It was very negative.
Ooh, they both just took a drink of their
So now we're
drinks.
drinking a Chelada.
True.
Chelada mango chile.
From Modelo.
Child, no, I taught you this word on the last episode.
Did I ever learn?
Brian,
Never.
what is on the end of the E over there?
So mango e chili.
Mealy.
I'm going back to Cali.
That was
I'm going back to Cali.
I love
Cali.
that song.
dumb.
I love that song.
So do you guys think that he actually got shot up by Tupac, or was that Tupac that got shot?
Wait, you
up
think
by
Tupac got shot? Or
Biggie? Do you?
no, I'm saying you said do you think he got shot by Tupac?
Well, I forget which one got shot.
They both
They
got
both
shot.
got shot.
Do you think they shot each other?
No.
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 So who shot who?
That's exactly why Biggie made that song. Who shot you?
Yeah. So Biggie
Dang.
shot him.
So Tupac got shot by, I think it was random.
Should.
No, yeah.
That's a setup.
Yeah, that was a setup.
Brian's
But I
eyes
think
are so
Biggie got
vacant.
shot in retaliation, but I don't think it was for anything. I think Tupac, like he said, I think it was a setup. They set Tupac up. And then Biggie just got shot in retaliation because
They thought.
They thought it was Biggie.
they thought somebody shot
And then Aaliyah
Tupac
died.
from Biggie's crew. And I think they just used Biggie as
And
retaliation.
Aaliyah died in a plane crash.
Plane
R.I.P.
crash.
And Selena got shot.
I mean, I'm sure she felt a lot of pain in that crash, Brian. But that was left eye, wasn't it? Wasn't that left eye?
the plane crash, yeah.
That was left eye.
I think Aaliyah died in the plane crash also.
Plane crash?
Same one.
Probably
No.
not.
Okay, so you guys think that it was actually
Who's better, Biggie or Tupac?
At what?
Like Brian would know the difference.
At rapping.
okay? So I'm gonna say hot
Hot take.
take. I'm gonna say Tupac literally rapped about the same shit. He had the same rhymes, same everything every time. But when he had those hits,
Same voice.
when he had the different like lyrics, oh, he was fire. Like Ghetto Gospel, oh, I love that song. But then you got Biggie, who has that fucking flow, dude. I love his flow and his voice.
And his
It's so-
storytelling.
Yeah, it's so much better. But Tupac is he's a legend.
So who's the better rapper?
I'm gonna say Biggie for me.
Biggie Smalls.
And then eventually I like his style, and then that's exactly the style I like. Modern
Jay-Z.
day.
I agree. Shut up.
So
I'm
modern
gonna say
day,
Jay-Z.
I feel like
I agree with Phil.
So I feel like Derek Pope and Childish Gambino, they kind of go with that kind of flow. Not like as well, but I'm saying like they ride the
way
beats.
they ride it.
When you
Okay,
ride
that
the
makes
beat,
sense.
when you ride the beat, that's when I'm like, I like this shit.
I think Biggie was the better artist, rapper, the storyteller. He was the more talented one. I think Tupac was more like real, and I think in the long run he would have meant
Bigger
more-
influence.
He would have meant more to like the world.
And he also said the government was
'Cause
the actual police
then
force.
Tupac talked about,
He'd talk about like real life issues and stuff
and
like that.
Biggie would talk about like
the club party.
Yeah,
scene.
like Tupac would say that the government was the real gangsters.
yeah,
and
the
all that.
police,
And all of a
shit.
sudden, so
Tupac
that's why.
was a movement.
Yeah.
So that's
he was
why-
he was if he was alive like right now and like what the time we
Who
have
said
now,
he
like
wasn't
with,
alive?
if he was like I think it'd be like totally different, but he's not.
So this is what I was thinking. So you said
Biggie Smalls rap, I don't know.
Right,
Biggie
but-
Smalls fucking
Yeah, but you're saying like Biggie shot him, right? That's what.
No, I didn't say no.
No, I'm saying like
no one
that's what.
said that.
No, but I'm saying like that's what everybody's supposed to think, right?
No, they're thinking
No.
people in Biggie's.
No.
No,
Back then, when it happened, because there was the East versus West, Biggie went to Cali. Cali got shot in Cali, L.A. But that was in the heart of it because Tupac died the year before that
yeah, in Las Vegas.
in
and
Las
so
Vegas.
this is where my thought.
So
process
people thought Biggie at the time, not now. People know the facts now. People
shot him?
thought that Biggie shot Tupac.
And he also had a
Biggie
song
was-
"Who Shot You."
Biggie
was right
even
after
came out and
Tupac
said
got shot
that
the first
all
time.
of it was a ploy, like to sell records. The
Yeah.
beef between him and Tupac. He's like, that motherfucker slept on my couch a lot. There's interviews where he
Yeah.
like,
No, they were
admits
like
all that.
really good friends.
He said, but then he flipped on a dime. But that's and then he got in a room and I faced him. I went to like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And Tupac said, you know, it's business trying to sell records,
Yeah,
and that was it. So he kept going with the disses and stuff.
That's
It's
why
never a
people
real
say-
beef.
that's why people.
It was
yeah.
real, but it wasn't.
I didn't
That's
know
why
that.
people say it was like
But
Puff.
to the people, the listeners, it was real.
It was
So-
just publicity, PR.
People say it was always like Puff and Suge. They actually
Okay.
say Suge killed Tupac.
yeah,
Is what they say.
because
But-
Tupac wanted out.
Yeah, and that's why
so
they said
shot
Snoop.
his ass.
Tupac,
what-
Dude.
Tupac didn't want to rap anymore.
And that's why they said Snoop Dogg never messed with Death Row like that because he saw how it was going.
Because it was like a legit death row.
It was like a legit like a gang.
Gang.
It wasn't like a corporation.
I just watched a video on that too.
No, like
Snoop Dogg.
legit. Like this is like legit. Like that's why I say Snoop Dogg was like, because he was there with Tupac. He was there with Dre. He was there with all of them. But he got out. He saw how it was, and he was like, "Hey, shit ain't for me, cuz. Shit ain't for me, cuz."
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Peace and love.
And he like, cause he's smart,
And he's still alive.
yeah.
So
So
he
is
played
Dr.
his
Dre.
cards right.
Dr. Dre's still alive.
So
was there
who-
with Tupac. He
so
was there with
who
them.
Killed Biggie.
People, fans probably.
They say Tupac got
But,
killed by
Phil,
the industry.
It was Phil when you got Biggie saying "fuck the West Coast" and you got Tupac saying "fuck the East Coast." People take that to heart when
That's
you
a
say, "I'm a
whole
part of
ass
this
riot.
gang. I'm a part of this gang."
Especially
And
like
then
back
you
in the
go
80s
to that
and 90s.
territory, people see you, they want to fuck.
They
you
say
up.
Tupac got killed by the industry. Biggie got killed by the fans because they thought Biggie killed Tupac. So
That's exactly.
everybody was out to get Biggie.
People love Tupac that much because he was a voice for them.
Yeah, Biggie would always go on record to be like that was like one of his best friends, Tupac, and he would never do that. And like if you listen to Biggie's raps and shit, like what he rapped about and like how he was,
It's like
I feel
us dissing
Like-
Broken Heart Gang.
Yeah,
No,
like
I hated
Biggie
that.
always did it like it was like for fun. But, like Tupac always had hate. It's like I don't think Biggie would have done that.
It was like WWE, but people thought it was real.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is like the 80s and 90s, so like I mean, they
90s.
don't have early 90s, well mid. They don't have like the knowledge and shit that we have now.
People thought it was legit.
They said what Tupac got shot on Las Vegas Boulevard after a Mike Tyson fight, and there's no witnesses
But he also got in a scuffle
before that.
before that. So they think that maybe people that were part of that fight were the ones that followed him and shot him down.
But for no witnesses on a Mike Tyson fight on Las Vegas, nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's busy. You guys been to Vegas? It's just busy all the time. After a Mike Tyson fight
It's gonna be busy as fuck.
in the fucking
true.
mid '90s when Mike Tyson was at his peak, it's like nobody's seen nothing with Tupac Shakur.
Who's gonna say something? Would you? I wouldn't.
Oh,
I'm
I'd be
scared to be
dead.
on this podcast right now.
So- I'd be
for
dead.
talking about this.
So this brings me to my thought.
How's the beer? You like it?
Do you think it was government orchestrated?
No.
Because
I could see Tupac
No.
being government orchestrated.
because
No.
the way you said it is like there should have been people there. So that sounded like a plan.
There's video of the scuffle. There was people there, but people don't just speak out about it. And really, like, no one saw the actual shooting. So the
But they also say that there was a video of like three or not a video, but like a picture of like minutes before he got shot, and it was like it's all
just
like,
the cars.
well, no, it's all like what's the word? Conspiracy theories. It's like Tupac was here, and the picture of the car was Suge. And then when he died, he was here, and his license said he weighed this much. At the time, he weighed this much. Blah 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 blah. Conspiracy shit. They're just saying it doesn't add up.
Okay, but my license
my
definitely does not have my actual
I'm not saying
weight on
like.
it.
I'm not saying that's why, but I'm saying
Mine
like,
says 100. I'm definitely not.
I'm just saying. No, but I wouldn't.
I'm not saying it was true or not, but I'm saying that there's conspiracy theories out there that says that it didn't.
But yeah, Phil. But the Biggie thing, I think he died because he was accused of the Tupac stuff.
Like
They felt like he
retaliation.
was the reason because there's a beef. Now Tupac died. I don't know. That one's up in the air because
See, the reason why I think it would be like government orchestrated is because you guys said that he was one that would speak his mind. People that usually speak their minds against like government and shit like that
I can see
usually
that.
get killed. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
Tupac.
He was that tight.
Yeah, that's true.
What's his name? Rado is JFK. JFK. He was
yeah,
against
but
all that.
at the time that he was releasing music, he was
Abe Lincoln.
at the
Well, he had slaves, but he freed the slaves. But he's, it's kind of that's mixed sugar right there.
Tupac wasn't really mainstream when the time that he was like in his prime. It wasn't until after he died that he became popular.
That kind of seems
I think
very common. Michael Jackson was
What?
No, I'm saying like he was very.
King of Pop.
No,
Like the
no,
worst
I'm,
thing
no.
you could
But I'm
say.
saying like
You're
he-
talking about Juice WRLD.
But I'm saying he was.
Juice WRLD, yeah.
I was gonna say Juice WRLD as well with Michael Jackson, but
It's not
Michael Jackson
Michael
was like
Jackson,
huge.
you can't-
No, he was huge. But then like when he died, they sold so many copies of
so
his
many
shit.
more.
Yeah.
But he was like hella established.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
them.
No, but
don't
I'm
say
saying-
Michael Jackson. No,
I'll say Michael Jackson because it also like he sold billions of copies after he died, and then he
Jackson 5.
kept happening. He even
The Jackson
had
5.
more and more after.
Michael Jackson went on stage at the Super Bowl for 5 minutes, just standing there, crowd going absolutely ape shit.
You can't. I don't
No,
think.
I'm
What?
not, okay. I'm not. I didn't say
100,000
I
fans.
didn't say he was an established. I'm just saying like you get more popular when you die.
Oh, that's definitely true.
That's all I was saying.
I didn't think you were implying that.
No, we definitely took a different one.
I know
Yeah.
you did.
Okay.
That's why I was like, what?
Now that you explain
I'm
it,
saying because Juice WRLD also got more
I thought you
popular
meant
when
like
he died.
I thought you meant like he didn't become like famous
No.
until he died.
And that might have
His
what I
sounded,
was
peak was
implying.
before he
that
died.
might have sounded what I meant, but I was gonna correlate
Okay.
with
I was gonna say that's what I thought.
post
Same with
mortem
XXX.
and Lil
Juice WRLD.
Peep
Yeah.
and like them. I was like, oh hey, this dude died. Let me listen to his music. Blah blah blah. You start listening
Yeah.
to it. Juice WRLD. I've been listening
Juice
to that
WRLD's
motherfucker.
fire. He's a fucking legend.
That guy, dude, I love that shit. His latest album, even though he's been dead for like 2 years.
Juice WRLD's a fucking legend. I like Juice WRLD.
Yeah. But I'm saying like it's crazy how they even do post mortem albums, and then all of a sudden
They
it's
do-
like we sell way more. People that get into controversy or shit like that, they also get popular. Also, like they gain a boost.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen.
It's because people feed on that shit.
50 Cent.
It's
Who
not
fires
the
beef for
government
nothing?
feeding on it. It's fucking the masses of people who feed on
MGK.
conspiracies and yeah.
Oh, I was off the government now.
I know. I'm just saying, in general. Because
Yeah, I know, but that's just crazy how you think about it. You see a boost in it. Like they're dead. All of a sudden now you're like, let's listen to.
Well, yeah,
this
because like
shit.
he said, when they have the music, they're not that known. But when somebody famous dies, everybody hears about it. You see about it on Twitter and whatever.
some
Whatever.
people.
So there's people. Hey, let me check his shit out.
Oh, who is that? Why was he
Yeah,
popular? Why do people
who
care
is
about
Juice
that?
WRLD? Let me check his shit out.
Yeah,
Start
I've
listening
done
to
that
his shit.
a couple
Oh,
times.
for sure.
That's like when
Start listening to his shit. Oh,
Pop
this
Smoke
is
was one
actually
of them.
good.
When he died, I was like, okay, who the fuck is that? And then I looked him up. And like, okay, this is good.
Perfect example was at work, Dylan Button. We were talking. We were on receiving. He goes, "Hey man, you ever heard of Pop Smoke?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Yeah, he's pretty good." I was like, "Yeah, he's dead." He goes, "What? You serious?" I was like, "Yeah, man, he just got killed like last week." He's like, "What?"
And that's
I
why I
started
heard
listening to
about
him. I was like, "Yeah, man, he's decent."
It's not a crazy thought
No, it's not.
because people are curious as to
Who this is?
What they-
Who this
yeah.
person is? Just like when you see celebrities, old celebrities died. You know, you might know. Not
why
know
do
your
I care
parents
about
know 'em.
this?
So you look them up and see what. Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Same thing.
So that's like when if Tom Cruise dies, I'm gonna see Mission Impossible 1 and Top Gun and all that shit's gonna go to like higher up because Tom Cruise just died. I'm checking
Yeah,
out
for
all
sure.
his movies.
For sure.
Yeah, the younger generation. For
Yeah.
sure.
So like, oh, who's
But
this guy?
I'm saying Tupac was not. He was popular among like the rap community, but it wasn't until he got shot and all that controversy, he died, until that's when he became this icon that he is
And what he's
now.
and then what he
Because
like,
people
his
started going
raps.
back and listening.
I don't know.
He
I
was
just,
probably more famous from his acting when he was back then.
yeah, Juice is crazy. One of the top scenes in like any movie gets to me is
You got the
Juice.
juice now.
That, but then when oh, have you guys seen Juice? You've seen Juice. Have you
I
seen
feel like
Juice?
I've seen the cover,
never
and
seen
I
Juice?
always thought
And it's crazy because like watching it after he died, one of the scenes he goes, yeah, I killed Raheem. He goes, whatever. He goes, I might be crazy, I just don't give a fuck. And his eyes are just like so wide, and then you watch it, and then you just see like how his life played out. It's just fucking crazy because Bishop in that movie, he's fucking psycho. You guys, have you ever seen it?
I feel like I've seen the cover.
And then
of
like
it.
at the end of when he gets thrown off the building, and at the end they're fucking running through like New York, and
Yeah.
Tupac ends up falling off the building, and Omar Epps ends up killing him. And then he goes like he's leaving, and then somebody stops him. You got the juice now.
What does that even mean?
It's corny. Whatever. The swag, the power.
You
You're the
get
man.
the
You're
power
the
to
next,
be the next
you're the next
guy.
guy. He don't want it.
You know what doesn't have the power? This drink.
You like it?
What do you guys think?
I love it.
Love it.
I think you and Andy are the only ones that tried it because you kept it to yourselves.
He didn't give it to you?
No,
I offer.
no. He said he like raised his glass up to me, and I was like, "What does that mean?" And then y'all started this.
You guys
podcast
haven't
and
even. You
just
guys haven't
drank.
drinking. I thought we all had
Why do you
it.
think me and Brian are just chilling here? Like,
I thought you guys all had it.
nope, definitely not.
Guess it.
Because he literally said, "Well, I got one of these, so get a glass," and you're the only one that had the glass. So,
Oh, try it. Out of the can.
Brian, you want some?
No.
No.
I've already had this before
Oh my god! Why wouldn't you just tell me that?
because I forgot until I drank it again. I was like, "This tastes familiar." Yeah, to me, it tastes like a Mexican candy.
It does.
I think that's why it's like my favorite one of those. I can't have them very often, but when I do,
It does taste like one of those random ass, very sugar coated, sweet, sour candies that you guys have out there.
with the what word did we learn today?
Chile. Chile.
Chile. Chile.
Is that what it is? The
It's Chile.
You have the Chile and the on your candies. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's literally what it'll say. Mango flavored chili or something. Chile.
So do you like this one, or do you think it's more like
No, yeah, that's my favorite one of those to drink.
these are?
All the Modelo ones that have like the flavors on the bottom, yeah. But these are my favorite out of those flavors, if that makes sense.
This one, the one with the Chile.
Yeah, the Chelada. Mango Chile.
This is probably my least favorite ever.
Really? You
I don't like
the Mexican
candies.
candies.
I don't like
Okay,
the
well that
Mexican
makes
candies.
sense.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Dang,
I'm enjoying.
That's pretty high.
It's
for not
average.
liking it.
It's average.
Yeah.
I'm okay with trying it. I tried again, but I'm not gonna get a 6-pack of it.
I don't think anybody would. That's enough for me. It's good.
I
for
guess
like,
if you get one
a
of
little
these,
bit.
if you get one of these, you're only gonna get one because it's a tall boy.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Gave him heartburn right
It did.
away.
That Chinese candy.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever tried one, Brian?
Yes.
Oh, you already know you don't like it or what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that candy. Yeah. All right, so we know Andy loves it. So we'll be back with this next beer and final segment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spreading my cheeks like I need. Everybody is looking at me, and now I'm beating it like a drum on my butt cheeks, and I'm loving every moment like I'm King Kong, and I'm loving every moment like I'm King Kong, beating it like a little bongo drum.
What so funny.
In the summertime,
With my homie.
Upbeat retro pop by Infraction No Copyright Music. Show me on YouTube. You better go find one.
Pour, is
we
this
are
the
drinking-
same as this?
we are
Can
drinking
we
a-
pour it
No,
in the
this is the
same?
Modelo.
We are drinking a
Oh my
Pinwheel.
gosh! Pour it back in the
Give me
can.
that fucking.
I want to try.
We're
that.
drinking a
Here, drink
Pinwheel.
this. It's good. I just can't drink it all. Are we on?
Yeah.
Dang
We're
it.
drinking a Pinwheel orange fruit tart, 4.5% alcohol. Volume is 3.38 pH, 12 ounces Florence. Meditate, recycle.
Always want to go to Italy.
It's from Urban Artifact. We love them on the podcast. This one is based off of, it looks like a monk with a pinwheel. But I love this one. You ever tried it? Try it.
Yes, I've tried this.
You just said you didn't.
It's tart, fresh off the oranges.
Sour as hell for Andy.
Get that tongue going.
I'm glad I had my Tums today.
Tums a tum tum
How
tum.
old are you? That shit tart as hell, man.
It's big.
Turd.
Oh no, you can.
Did you like the Modelo one though?
You don't like Mexican candy. We had this dog bit.
Yeah, I don't like Mexican candy.
I wasn't here for that one.
I'm gonna chop it to where I say I don't like Mexican, and then it's like, oh,
I believe
what
it.
the fuck? Just kidding, I'm not.
I like that.
Thanks, Brian. I know you did, cause you're a right wing nut.
Favorite movie of all time? Go.
All time? That's hardcore.
Okay, so
Comedy.
I might have to say Hall Pass.
I knew that.
Trash.
That's my favorite.
Hall
I love
Pass?
It. I love it.
Comedy? Favorite
Just
comedy?
because you want one.
No,
I would
I
say-
love Owen Wilson, and then it makes me miss Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, and then Owen
Together.
Wilson and Ben Stiller together, because those are classic comedies. That's a nice duo.
Yeah, that's a good squad.
Dumb and Dumber.
That's a good squad.
If we're talking like classics back in the day, like Big Daddy was my
Big Daddy's one of my
Big
favorites.
Daddy was my
Zoolander.
What's yours? Zoolander?
Big Daddy. Zoolander, yeah.
So what you said?
Dumb and Dumber
I think
is
mine's
classic. I
gotta
just
be,
put that on the other
Okay, you guys
night.
stop talking at once.
Okay, go.
I just put on Dumb and Dumber last night, and I was busting up my nut, dude.
It's right wing
Okay.
nut.
I'm gonna have to go with Super Bad.
No way.
No way.
There ain't no way that's the greatest of all time.
You said my favorite. You didn't say the greatest of all time.
But how is
You
your
said your
humor
favorite.
that low? That's so stupid.
Oh.
It's a good one, but
It is a good one.
I know. I was
but,
just fucking with his ass.
He's all hurt. He ain't gonna talk for the rest of the show now.
No, I'm not
Oh,
Brian.
thank God, huh? Right, everybody?
movies that have substance, and it's super bad. It's based off one night. You can't tell a huge story, a great story
Yeah.
in one night.
Like How I Met Your Mother.
It's a good movie
finale.
and it's funny, but like in one night, you can't really sell emotion.
Have you not had like a great night though, where you were just like it just kept going and going and going? That's what it reminds me of.
Project
It's like
X.
you just
Project
had a
X.
good ass night.
Project X, then.
That's not a comedy, motherfucker.
Yes, it is.
No, but she's talking about emotion.
Project X is a comedy.
Project
But you're
X.
saying-
Put that on. I want to party.
Yeah.
You said one of my favorite comedies.
I know.
I said.
I know.
Oh well, yeah.
I was thinking that Panama Express.
Pineapple Express is another one that happens in one day.
Exactly. I didn't even think about it.
Maybe you
like
just
that.
like one day movies.
I thought it was like I thought this shit was funny as fuck. I didn't think about it as one day.
Yeah.
I love Big Daddy. It's considered a comedy because the story, and yeah, you could say Superbad's funnier, but
So you look at
Big
It's a
Daddy
good story.
as a whole, great story because he
the kid and
the
everything,
kid ends
yeah.
up on his
That's a
doorstep,
great movie.
and they grow together, and then
I don't know.
eventually
So like I think of comedy
Same
as like
as Zoolander.
I don't know. So then I guess I did it differently because like that's like emotional.
this is like kind of the debate we had where is Seth Rogen funnier than
James Franco.
was
Seth
it
Rogen's-
Chris Farley or something like that? You guys were like, well, Seth Rogen writes all the movies, but James Franco's the one that's funnier in it.
Because he writes it funny. That was with me and Phil.
But that was me and you too, because we debated about that.
Who do you think, Brian?
He's saying Seth Rogen.
And I said, well, James Franco's the one in the movies delivering those lines, and they're funny as
Yeah,
fuck.
because he
But
makes it
then-
hilarious.
But Seth Rogen's
Seth Rogen writes it for that.
wrote them. So who's funnier?
Seth Rogan.
Well,
Seth
so
Rogan.
I guess I actually do like Pineapple Express better than Superbad. I don't
Oh,
care if
yeah.
it's a day or not.
You know what's top notch movie? Good Boys. I don't think that gets enough.
That's another one
I don't
that's
think
in
it
a
gets enough
day.
credit.
That's a great movie.
But I'm just saying,
maybe
like,
you just
I'm
love
not-
those
I'm-
movies.
No, Andy, I get you. I'm not thinking of like a day.
I'm not thinking of like
Unless it's a
I'm thinking of
season.
like comedy funny.
If it's
That
a-
shit's funny like the whole way through.
If it's a TV show and it's a season within one day, that's different. Because you're trying to tell a story throughout a whole season. But if you're doing a movie, I think you can get away with it, and it's fine.
But see, when you tell me the comedy,
You said my favorite comedy. I think that.
I didn't say what's the funniest comedy.
I
I
think-
said what's your favorite comedy, so it's in that genre.
That does sound like that's
So-
all he likes.
Exactly.
Right.
He
That's
loves
what-
days,
right.
funny days.
But what I'm saying is, that Big Daddy had the story and it had the same emotion.
Big Daddy's sad. That
Cool.
shit.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Click.
wrong. That's one of my top.
Quick, same thing. It
Hall
was
Pass
spanned
also had.
That's one of my top. Big Daddy.
I know.
I was just thinking of comedy like
You're
just
thinking
straight,
of Funnier,
just straight comedy, and I was like, that's what I went through.
which makes sense.
My
Step Brothers,
top
one of my favorite
movies is
comedies.
See, so I think we think
Billy
of it.
Madison, Happy Gilmore.
We think of it
Like, my
differently
top
because,
favorites.
like, one of my favorite comedies. They're
Zoolander.
no the way that
We still got to do Jeep Team.
bitch. Am I talking or no? So, the way that I like movies is because it depends on how I saw them with who I saw them with. And so National Lampoon Loaded Weapon was one of my all-time favorites because of all the moments we had together. That's my all-time favorite, but that's not my favorite comedy. Like, you know, like that's my favorite movie because of all the memories we've had together with it. Like when we were younger, we watched that movie and talked
Kokomo.
and just fucking loved it.
I could watch that right now and laugh.
But
Oh my
yeah,
God,
exactly, me
all
too.
day. Oh my god.
But,
that's one of my favorite movies too because, like
but-
you said,
yeah.
with you motherfuckers.
But
yeah.
Hall Pass
Yeah,
is
shit.
one of my
That shit
favorites.
crazy.
My favorite comedy because
Because it shows that big ass dick in there.
no, because I watched it with J-Zac, but we went and we're like, this movie's not that funny, you know, like.
That's the other guys for me.
But then when we saw it, we saw.
That's what I was gonna say.
But we watched it when it actually came out, and just me and J-Zac, and then all of a sudden that just became our movie where we just started watching it all the time, like, and every time it got funnier and funnier. So I think it always has to do with how I saw it, who I saw it with, and then that creates the moment. Like I hated Hall Pass in the first time I ever saw it, but that became my all-time favorite after many, many times watching it. And now it's like my comfort movie. I throw that bitch on every time, like all the time.
It's not bad.
Like Ted 2. I love those too.
There's different reasons why you'd say, but
That I'd say
I
what?
fuck with Ted. Ted's good.
because you just had a different, like my reasoning was better movie in the comedy genre. His was funnier. Yours was my feelings when I watched it.
No, because of who
So-
I saw it with. It
Okay,
enhances,
that's what I meant.
It enhances how I feel about the movie.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. We all had three different reasons as
What'd
to
Maria
why.
think?
She didn't say one.
She goes, "Oh my gosh, what?"
Oh my god, what?
I have
If you
to
want to
answer
be
this.
like, if you want to go to the
Now I can
category
answer
that-
all those in different ways.
Exactly. I was gonna say, if you want to go to category with like the best time I had watching a movie, it would
Step
be,
Brothers for me,
To me, it would be Zoolander or Night at the Roxbury.
good ones.
To me,
National Lampoon's up there.
because I was with you guys. Night at the Roxbury, I remember watching that guy on your back guys' big screen, just fucking dying watching Night at the Roxbury. I remember that. Growing up, we used to sleep on the floor. I used to remember laying on the like this, upside down, watching that motherfucker. And that was great times. And then same with Zoolander, because Zoolander is Brian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just growing up watching Zoolander with Brian and just fucking dying. So if you could look at it that way, it'd be one of those movies.
Because that's how I feel. Like that's what makes my favorite.
That's what we're
like,
saying.
comedy
It's like
movie.
we all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it that way. We all have
Like
three
Happy
different
Gilmore
answers.
and Billy Madison now, because like I grew up watching them. I think they're fucking funny, and now X likes them. So like I can watch the fuck out of them. Still laugh like I did when I saw them.
Yeah.
You know what?
Beverly
could
Hills
decide
Ninja.
this?
X loves Beverly Hills Ninja.
You know, it'd be perfect for this to decide this. A bracket.
Hopefully,
Open tab.
hopefully you
Open
bring.
tab summer 2022.
Hopefully you
That
bring.
Christmas one was awesome.
Oh my! I told her about it, bro.
Oh fucking.
That shit was legit. We had it on live, motherfucker.
Am I fucking chopped liver over here? But
Anyways, chopped liver.
Is Open Tab ever coming back or what?
It will. I mean, Brian hosting that motherfucker.
Damn, I wish you would.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to Open Tab, Maria?
Listen
One
to the Christmas
episode.
episode. The Christmas episode was crazy.
They're not up.
I was
anymore.
there.
You motherfucker.
I was online while they
I
were
took
live.
time out of
It's
my day.
$20 a month. I'm not paying
I
that.
took time out of my day.
He's not paying that, but he'll pay $600 for his car, bitch.
I took time out of my day to be on the Christmas episode. It's the best comedy movie of all time.
Just
Elf.
Friends.
Fuck Elf. I'll go with Just Friends. But fuck that one also. It's got to be Zoolander.
Zoolander is an American classic.
It's got to be Zoolander.
I'll say out of all the movies, I think Zoolander is one of those tops.
I could put on Zoolander right now and laugh. The same as I did back in fucking 2000, whatever.
It's 2001.
It's even earlier, yeah.
2001.
I think it was 2001.
Yeah,
it was
it's earlier, bro. 'Cause
September
we was
28th.
young. Because we was in Kokomo doing the walk-off. It's a walk-off. We was in Kokomo doing that shit,
While
bro.
our moms were doing what?
Gay bars and shit.
They're at drag shows and stuff.
That was the best times, dude. Playing Sims. Manny gives all the codes.
Rosebud. I just wanted to kill my Sims. That's all I wanted to do.
There's a fire. They
Drown
have
them
no
out.
idea what
Yeah,
it is. You didn't put a fucking fire extinguisher in that bitch.
It's like, how do you guys not know how to defend yourself?
It's gotta be Zoolander, bro. Because it was you, me, Brian, and Tony.
I think Zoolander is all-time one. Above
The walk off. I just remember because we just us four just walking down, do a little look, and those were like, "Oh my god, stop!" And
We
then
all
Brian
had
just
that.
walked away.
And then Mandy
Tony,
was our
the judges and shit.
yeah, she was our babysitter.
And she's younger than Tony. It was at Kokomo saying, "Hey, order us pizza, bro. We hungry." They ordered all the pizza. I remember that.
The best part about Kokomo was waking up and chorizo was made.
Yes.
Nina,
Yeah, because they were all.
our moms, everybody's like
Because they're all
making
hungover and
fucking
shit.
breakfast. I was like, oh, it was the best.
We used to go to bed. Thought it was late as fuck. It's probably like 11 o'clock.
So you can say chorizo, but you can't say chile.
Huh?
I remember watching The Exorcist. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Our parents said, "Don't watch that movie. Don't ever put it on. Don't do it."
She's not gonna touch
I
it.
remember hiding under the blanket.
I don't
And
know.
I remember, you don't remember watching The Exorcist?
No, because I
don't
blocked it
remember
out. The trauma, I blocked it out.
Our parents forever, like 4 years straight, said, "Don't watch this movie. Don't watch this movie." We ended up watching it.
Oh, I thought it was because
In
you guys
Kokomo.
were so traumatized from it.
No, it's
Well, no, 'cause
because
they heavily believe in
because
that
they
shit.
knew
Because
that
my
how
mom
demonic
and,
that shit is.
my mom
you know?
and I think
Yeah.
your guys' mom all had experiences with that shit, so they said never watch it. Never watch it. We watched it, and I was like, "This is lame." as fuck."
Apparently, Andy's mom has a lot of stories like that, but my mom has never told me any of that shit.
No.
I want to hear one of these.
I had to talk to the ants then.
I remember one time my Aunt Nina told us a story about this big ass joint.
They said it happened a lot in Texas.
Well, I was past that. I was just talking about like my Aunt Nina told us about this big ass blunt they used to smoke, and you know that '70s show style like circles, and I was like, what? She goes, yeah, I could barely do that, but it was just like the biggest fucking thing ever, and everybody was just smoking it, and I was like, that's insane. I never thought her
That's just
would have been like that, and so it was cool hearing like stories like that. I always like hearing stories from like anybody. You got story, I like to hear it. You know,
it's cool hearing it from like
yeah,
them.
family members, like the older generation of
ones.
us and everything. I like to hear their little stories. Like my dad never really opens up. My mom doesn't really either. So it was kind of cool. Like, oh, my aunt was telling me this very personal story of weed, and I'm like, oh my god, hell yeah. Tell me more. Like, hell yeah, I love that. I don't give a fuck. I don't judge anyone. I like to hear everybody's stories.
It's cool just to see, especially
Honestly,
with
how
like
I am too.
that generation, because that's like a different generation from what we are.
And she told us that story, Brian, about how she jumped out of the car and she fell down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
that was
just crazy.
hilarious.
Cops.
We were all fucking busting up
Yeah.
because she was telling us a story. It was one night that we all hung out with me, Brian, my mom, your
My mom.
and Nina, and we're having a Mother's Day night. Basically, me, Brian, and Tony just hanging out with my aunts and my mom. We're just having a night.
His mom, my mom, and his godmother.
And then we're just talking, and then Nina starts talking about this story about how something about cops, right? You said
Well, yeah, because they're from Texas, so like it's just different.
the only thing I remember about the story is that she jumped out of the car.
She's underage drinking.
She was underage drinking, so she jumped out of the car, but it was a hill, and so she fucking rolled down the hill, and we're busting up like, damn, dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Did she get caught?
I don't think so, because she was down the hill.
That's crazy to hear in that story
good
because of her
story, yeah.
accent too. Oh man, I imagine that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, Nina was awesome.
I liked hearing stories like, for me, it was like with Uncle Cece,
Mm-hmm.
because I'd always hang out with him, and he would always tell stories about like, because he's from Gary and shit. He would always tell stories about like that, like with like guns and cops and shit like that. Oh shit, he had to do.
It's just cool, cause not cool, obviously. Guns and police and shit is not cool, but
It's like you don't
when you hear
that,
the stories, it's I like to hear the raw stories
Yeah.
that people have been through.
because you have your stories, we all have our stories,
Yeah.
but we didn't experience that.
It was a different time back then, and it's like a different way of. It's kind of like when people thought Tupac got shot by Biggie. It was a whole nother world back then.
Yeah.
You believe what you heard because you had no other proof.
There's no proof.
So back then it was like no one's gonna
No
believe you
videotapes,
if you got like beat the fuck up by a cop or shot by a cop. Like that shit happens and no one's gonna know.
That's very
So like hearing that kind of raw shit is very interesting.
We'll have to hang out with my mom one time when she's drinking. She could tell you some stories like about the ghosts and shit.
I don't even know if I want to know that.
I do. I like these kind of stories.
Come through.
So,
those.
Never heard them. Like I don't know. Not
I
that
do-
not
no.
that I want to go
Said
through
it happened
it,
a lot
but
in
I'd
Texas.
like to know.
She didn't really say
what
it
it's about.
in here.
I mean, I'm cool with it because I like to hear about it and everything. I
They
don't
told
want
me
to experience it because
No,
you have
that
to like you kind of have to like get to know the person a lot better in order for them to open up those kind of stories to you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool when you like obviously have family, and then when family, it feels good because you're like my family can open up to me about anything.
Well, you got to think like, especially like our family, like we were young and little, we didn't know this and that.
Do you think it'd be nice to re-enter your brain and eyes during that time to kind of notice things a little bit more than you did now?
I would love to
Like-
do that. I think
Like I feel like it'd be cool to like replay your memories, actually notice it, like
knowing things you know now.
like you're you in your mind, but you're not like able to control. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not gonna.
I just
you're not,
want to know.
yeah, you're not gonna
what's going on
change. You're not
around
gonna
me.
change your life. You're not gonna change anything. You're just a writer.
aware.
Yeah.
You're a writer, basically a viewer. I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be dope.
Because then I would be able to pinpoint different things, and like that's what's great about videos is because I remember like I record a lot of stuff, but back when my nephew was younger, I always felt like I treated him a little bit differently. But then I watched a video of something that I did during Easter and everything, and I realized I was legit the only one following him, and I was making sure that he was okay while he was hunting for eggs. And I was the one that was taking care of his ass. And I was like, I did not even think I was that to him. Because I honestly
you saw him
thought,
different
because
eyes.
I thought I treated him differently because of my niece. I love my niece.
Right.
But I always thought I treated him differently because of that. But it was like a whoa, no. Like it was like me watching in my eyes because I was filming first person view type shit. And I was like, no, I was like making sure that he was okay and all this. And I was like, man, that's actually pretty cool. Like, so that's why I like to record randomly and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily
capture
have to,
moments and
it
shit.
doesn't necessarily have to be like on Instagram or anything like that. I like to, like sometimes on my watch, if I'm like talking to a random, like we talked to a random taxi or Uber guy, I had it recording and I was just sitting there. We were talking to him and I'm not going to publish it. It's just for me to go back to and like, I like this moment I was in. I'm going to check back. I'm going to listen to what we talked about with this guy.
Right.
And it was, I like to revisit. So I think
like
we're
that
kind of,
too, yeah.
I think we're kind of there, but not necessarily. Obviously you can't go all the way back unless you have videos, but that's how I perceive me taking videos of stuff.
That's
Cause
how
then I
feel,
can go
yeah.
back into it and be like, I remember this moment. And then if I see it differently, I'm like, oh man, she was kind of like, you know, if,
You thought it played
Yeah.
out this way, but it really played out
yeah,
this
because
way.
I was legit taking care of my nephew. And I didn't think about that. Like he fell, and I was like, "Oh, you okay?" Like, and then the camera kind of moved a little bit, and I was helping him up, and I was like, "Oh, I legit was like during
awesome.
this time, it's when we lived at the townhome, and I was
Over there.
drunk. I was just in my feels,
He was a lot
and I
younger,
was
too.
watching it, and he was a baby, and I was just like tearing up. I was like, man,
It's
that's
crazy.
my nephew, and I didn't even realize I always thought I treated him badly, and I was beating myself up that night. I was like, damn, dude, I thought I was treating him way worse, but like I legit treat him with love to years.
And that's
of it.
why I fuck with Uncle Cece like that, because he never did that. I don't talk to him. We have 2 uncles. I don't talk to any of them. Our 2 blood uncles. I don't talk to him like that. I had more love for Steve and Uncle Cece.
See, mine goes CC and your dad, because I talk to them.
That's
like,
my dad, so I go CC.
yeah,
your
I know.
dad.
But I mean, I talk to
No,
them-
I feel you.
I talk to CC and your dad more about like shit.
They're not blood, so they don't judge us much.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I just think they're that. I think they're kind of like us. We don't. I don't judge. Really.
I don't
I'm
either.
I'm all about like, I'll learn you. You got some shit you went through. Cool, that's you. Like you don't have to feel embarrassed for telling me. I'm all about it. Like I'm not gonna be like this motherfucker over here did this really. Like oh my god.
Right.
Unless it's something really stupid.
Right.
But then I'm gonna be like, but I don't really care. It's just funny that it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you, Maria?
Why did you ask Brian over there?
Because he's sleeping. So how do you feel about the pinwheel, dog?
It's all right, man. It's this fucking tart, but
It's tart as fuck, but honestly, I'm all about that tart shit.
I'm not.
For like this
I'm
summer.
not fuck with it right now.
Urban Artifact is my jam right now for the summer. So you think this one is very tart?
It's
So-
like making my lips dry. I feel like.
Oh no. I love it. I love this one. I think Spyglass is probably my favorite though. What would you rate it?
We'll do a 3.
All right, that's cool. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think Spyglass is my favorite. I haven't had any of the other ones in a while, but yeah, this is right up my alley right now.
That's all I'm saying, bro. It's hitting right now.
But yeah, we got real this time. The second episode, we got real as fuck.
Real.
So
You and
that's
Andy did.
that's what that's the kind of shit that I was wanting.
That's my cuz. That's my cuz.
I get the fuck out of my house. This is free, no copyright beat 2020 free instrumental trap number 8. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for a good time.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm hanging out in my sneakers. What you trying to do, sneak with us? You can't, because everything about you is a witness. And I'm gonna put you through this. And I feeling lots of bliss with it. And I can't kick it with y'all if you're trying to get wicked. Because I can get wickeder in this bitch. Yeah, I ain't no snitch.
Hey.
I'm gonna kick your ass all over the place. If you try to go to first base, bitch, I'm gonna third it. Yeah, I'm going to home run it. Gunning everything you do, man. I'm gonna see the sun and I'm gonna flip it like a ripping and dipping and flipping and slipping and dipping and everything going with it. Yeah, yeah.
That's that
No.
fucking flow right there.
Two tones, two tones, two tones.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Got a lot to say, but I'm not gonna say it no more. Cause this is Drunk with Hona and we doing this.
That's fire. That's fire.
Thank you guys for coming through. Stay sexy. Oh yeah, follow our socials. Drunk with Buds. Bye.